These are some of the body's natural energies. These are known as chakras. Each chakra vibrates at a specific wavelength and frequency that balances at a certain to our specific organs. Now, for example, let me just finish drawing this out real fast.
That's always a question. It's the don't things.
Being a little lazy enough, I'm not drawing all the way out, but alright. So why is it important to know that the wavelength and frequencies vibrate at a certain level? So let's take aquamarine for example. Aquamarine balances at both a green and a blue frequency and wavelength. So now this crystal is able to vibrate in those wavelengths because those are the way the light shines through it and how our body absorbs it. Have you ever seen that Pink Floyd logo? That was like a light shining in and a bunch of light coming out.
Prism?
Yeah, the prism. So, for example, you ever were taught in school that if this was a leaf, right, and you have the light shining on the leaf, but the leaf is projecting one color? So, for example, now, so this little crystal is a blue-green, right? Now, this crystal is every single color except for blue-green because that's is absorbing every single color except for the color that is releasing. And that color that it releases gives off a specific energy and wavelength that balances out our chakra system. Because we are beings of light, and that what the chakra system is the light within our bodies. So by utilizing the frequencies and wavelength that it releases, that it doesn't need, we can reharmonize frequency and wavelengths that we need to rebalance. So when it comes down to crystals, that's basically what you're doing. You're also acknowledging that it's a life form, and because it's a life form, you have to show a little bit of respect because of the fact that the earth created it just like the earth created you, and it has its own ecosystem within inside of it, just like how we have our own ecosystem within inside of us. We have cells, we have all this different chemical compositions, and so does these gems. So when you're utilizing crystals, you have to understand that these guys are alive as well, and you got to show them the same amount of respect as if you would show another human being, because they're providing you a specific energy so that you can balance, and you're going to be providing it a specific energy that they're going to balance themselves with. It's like plants. It's about how we balance out with plants. Because look, now we absorb oxygen and release carbon dioxide, and plants absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen. So you see, it's an equivalent exchange. You would want to give a good energy back to the crystal because it's giving it back to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what utilizing crystals and rebalancing the chakras are. You're giving energy to receive energy. It's basically equivalent exchange, and understanding that the earth created these gems for you, and how the earth created you for the gems as well. You know what I'm saying? Everything's in an equilibrium. Everything's in harmony.
Like gems in your body, right?
Our bodies are 97% stardust.
97% stardust.
Because what stardust is all the molecules in the compounds. You know what I'm saying? We have other, we have 70% water, but within water there's stardust. Within everything in life is stardust. Within the ground and the earth there's stardust.
So how do you recommend cleaning these gems or getting them prepared for usage or wearing them?
How you would utilize?
I use Florida water. I don't know if
Yes, I love using Florida water.
Yeah?
But not every gem could get wet. All right. So I'm gonna draw another little diagram real quick.
I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself.
Is it good?
Yeah, let me just it's kind of a giveaway right away.
I think
Like this could be real if it was like $200.
Right,
It has to be like a
$80
really
minimum would be a right price. I love
This is fire, water, bowl of water,
this. Oh, that's gonna be my next test.
the rock,
I couldn't find
water, we got a
I went to the
stream,
basement for it.
Florida water,
No, I tried.
earth.
So you have one down here. This is yours?
Yeah, I wanted to add, I don't know, it's cool.
Doesn't look that color.
Air. This is feathers. This is sage.
And again, I fake.
And then this is spirit.
Right, and they have so sad. Annoying.
Alright, so let me just explain this diagram real quick. So fire energies, this is how you can utilize you can utilize different energy to purify and cleanse crystals. Fire energy is basically you're putting the intention to a candle, a bonfire, putting the intention into the sunlight or the moonlight so that the crystal can burn away any negative energies that is collected. And you're basically recharging the crystal because you're giving it the energy as well. Water energy, you could place it in a bowl of water with or without salt, that's up to you. It's recommended to use cold water because cold water is the most natural. You can put it in a stream, just make sure that the stream is not strong enough to take your crystal away. Or you can use Florida water or any type of like Rose water or things like that, like flour or something infused.
What about witch hazel?
Witch hazel, I would say look in the ingredients. You don't want to use anything too harsh on specific crystals like selenite. Like selenite shouldn't be wet at all because it's a crystal that has 30% calcium. So whenever you're using water-based cleansings, you want to utilize. You want to understand the chemical composition of the crystal. You don't want to put anything in the water that's metallic-based, calcium-based, or like anything that's super duper soft. Earth-based cleansings. That's putting it in soil, placing it on a table and putting them in a grid, or if they fall on the floor, just leave it on the floor because that's them balancing the grounding. Now you're not gonna leave it on the floor if you're outside, obviously, because you don't want to lose it. Air-based cleansing is utilizing feathers, saging. Just know that every single air-based cleansing should be used with the doors open because you want all the negative energy to exit with any type of smoke or with the air. Now, spirit-based cleansing is when you're actually taking the energy and you're pushing it out, but also you gotta transmute that energy yourself. Just like how the crystal takes the energies and purifies it itself, that's what you will be doing for the crystal as well, if you're utilizing spirit energy. Now, those are just some types of cleansings. There's so many other types of cleansings, but these are like the main 5 I usually tell people.
And one last real quick question. So what's the difference between a crystal and a gem?
A crystal and a gem, there is no real difference when it comes to crystal and gem. There's a difference between crystals and rocks. You can actually take a quartz crystal like this and a regular rock from like concrete, and you can put ice on both of them, and you can test this out yourself. They can be the same size. The quartz can be colder, and the quartz will always melt the ice faster because the gem, the crystal, it will always vibrate at a specific faster frequency and wavelength than a regular rock.
And yeah, might as well.
Because of the crystalline structure.
While we're closing out, can you tell me about this amazing
So this is
object that we're looking at right now?
This is one of my favorite gems. This is black tourmaline instead of a clear quartz matrix. Black tourmaline is a great crystal because it's a very protective crystal. It absorbs any negative energies and then it will pass it off into the quartz. And that's what quartz's job is for. Quartz is to purify and cleanse. So it'll bring back any negative energy that the black tourmaline collected and just bring it back as good energy. And what I mean by negative energy, even if people send you any type of witchcraft, black magic, any type of negativity, the black tourmaline will absorb it and the clear quartz will purify it.
Good. So you're saying in nature these two are mated. They come together.
They come naturally together. So black tourmaline is interesting because usually what they do is just they pluck them out the clear quartz and then they have the clear quartz separate from the black tourmaline. But either way, each one of them works great individually, but there's some crystals that like to work together because they grow with each other.
And so it's recommended to keep black tourmaline and...
I like to keep black tourmaline and clear quartz together because you can actually feel the energetic amplification from both of them.
Does it have to be, can it be citrine? Because I know that's quartz.
If you look at this citrine over here,
Oh, yeah.
this citrine actually has a piece of black tourmaline within inside him as well.
Okay. Good. Well, I appreciate the information, you know?
No problem. And share the information.
The name of the
We
store.
are Rockstar Crystals, and we're located on the 26th Street in between 6th and 7th Avenue.
Okay, thanks a lot.
No problem. Peace
And what's that
blessings. The address, oh my goodness.
But also
The address is 146 West 26th Street.
All right, and 11035 what?
Oh, 11001. So
All right.
130 and another one.
I appreciate it.
No problem.